Okay, so in this video, I'm going to reply to one of the most common questions that I receive along my YouTube videos, which is how can you get a virtual assistant for your Kindle publishing business? So you can go out there and get some scammy ass reviews for your book so you can sell them. Okay, I'm talking about review swapping, of course. So in this video, I'm going to share with you two different strategies in order for you to do this. The first strategy is perhaps one of the most common ones, which I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to explain the step-by-step process. And the second strategy is the one that I used lately so I could actually find a good virtual assistant for my Kindle publishing business. So let's get started with this video. Hi there, this is Jordan Lex, and welcome to this video, and this is going to be a video where I'm going to talk about how you can hire a virtual assistant for your Kindle publishing business, or how you can actually hire someone who is decent for this. And if you still haven't liked my video, make sure to go right below, click on that like button, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you plenty of tips related to Kindle publishing and several ways for you to make money online. So let's get this rolling because this is hot. Anyway, let's talk about what is, if you're new to this, you probably are wondering why do you need even a virtual assistant? Okay. When you publish a book inside of Kindle, you need to get reviews for your book, or at least you should get reviews for your book, because there is nothing worse than one of your clients going to your book, let's say that this is your book, and seeing a big, huge 0 in reviews. I mean, someone sees a 0 review in your book, then he thinks that this is shit. Okay, it's a shitty book and they simply won't purchase your book. Okay, so that is one of the main reasons why you need to get reviews. You need to get reviews for your book so it won't seem so shitty, because it doesn't matter if the content of your book is really good, but if you don't have reviews, clients or the people that go to your book simply won't purchase your book. That is the reality. And the problem about getting organic reviews is people simply don't leave them. I mean, most people purchase your book, and it's about 10% of the people who purchase your book who even get to the end of your book. So immediately you just have 10% of the people getting to the end of your book. And as you can imagine, there's just a very slight percentage of people who will leave a review on your book. Especially if your book is high quality, and that I always recommend for you to publish high quality content books. There's even less people that will leave reviews on your book, because if you have a really bad content on your book, then people get pissed off and they have no problem in going back to your book and leaving a 1-star review. But of course, that is something that you don't want. So this is the reason why you need to do a process called review swapping. And for you to be able to do this, you should get a virtual assistant. I don't recommend for you to do this by yourself, because first, it's certainly a very monotonous process. And also, it is something that you should avoid doing, because you don't want to basically use your IP address and your account to do this process, or otherwise Amazon will catch up with you. And also, review swapping is a process that is one of the quickest ways for you to get reviews. And if you want to make money with your books anytime soon, then you should get reviews for your books. So basically what you do is you hire a virtual assistant. You hire someone who will basically get reviews for your books. And the process basically works this way. You have one VA, so this will be your VA. Then you have another VA who belongs to someone else. So what happens is this VA gets a review from, or puts a review on this other VA's book, and this VA does basically the same thing. So basically there's an exchange, and that is why we call this review swapping. Okay, now that we spoke about this and you probably have a good idea of what I'm talking about, let's see 2 different ways in how you can hire virtual assistants. Anyway, I must not forget, if you still haven't done it, then I recommend for you to get one of the best video courses out there for nonfiction called Self-Publishing Blueprint. This is one of the best courses. If you want to make money with your Kindle publishing business, I recommend for you to get this course. You just need to go right below, click on the link that you can see on the description from that video, and if you get that course from me, I will send you a special bonus to your email address. You just need to send an email saying, look Jordan, I got this course from you, and my email address is right below. It's jordan@jordanalexo.com. In this bonus, there's what it includes is templates for the description of your books, templates for the author page of your books, everything so you can even sell more books inside of Kindle. Anyway, let's continue. So the first way that you can go about hiring a virtual assistant is simply going to Upwork. You go to upwork.com. You register first an account with them, which is a very easy process. I'm not going to explain how you can do this. Once you have an account, what you want to do is post a job. Okay, so this is the first strategy. Let me see if I still remember how you can do this, because I haven't done this for so long, because I already have a virtual assistant, so I don't need to hire another one. And actually in this case, of course you want to create a new job for this, but in my case, I'm just going to reuse a previous job, so I don't need to go through the whole process. And you can see immediately the title that I actually use for this. You need to be kind of careful with the title, and also I don't recommend for you to use actually this for Udemy, but I'm going to use another one. Let's see this one. So as you can see, I already have several jobs over here that I've used, and I'm just going to use this as a template. But you want to have something like Kindle Virtual Assistant for Book Swap. Of course, you want a different title than this one. Don't use exactly this one, or probably will run into problems. And also don't put a title where you basically say, look, I'm hiring someone for review swapping. Don't do that. Otherwise, Upwork simply won't accept that job from you. So this is the title that I use. Then I press continue. Of course, you will go to create. Over here, you can enter the name of your job or the title of your job. This is the one that I used. You can even see job category, so you will need to select the job category. You can see that it's administrator support personal virtual assistant. So this is the job category that I used. Then I press next, and you can put a brief description, basically just explaining more details of what you're looking for when it comes to your job. As you can see, I'm looking for an experienced virtual assistant to swap my books for me. If interested, contact me for more details. Actually, I'm not sure if you can include this information. Okay, I'm not actually sure if you can include this information. You need to be kind of careful about the information that you include inside of the description. If your Upwork job isn't accepted, then probably you either need to change the title or the description of your job. So be careful with this. If you just put that you're looking for someone to you are looking for a virtual assistant for Kindle publishing work, most people who are in that area, they will understand what you are looking for. So you don't need to go much in detail. So then you just press next over here, one-time project, and yeah, go next. What skills are important for you? I just select virtual assistant for this. Okay. Visibility, anyone. One freelancer, only if you are looking for more virtual assistants. But I mean, if you are starting out, you probably just need one guy for this. If you already know the freelancer or someone that you want to use for this, then you can choose this option, which I'm not going to do now. And then you can see over here, budget. Normally, this is something that I discuss in private with my the person that I want to hire. So over here, I just select pay fixed price, and I put over here $5 for this. If you want, you can even select intermediate, because of course you want to get someone who already has some experience with this. You don't want to get a complete noob who doesn't know what the hell he's doing, because getting a good virtual assistant is extremely important. I mean, it makes the whole difference whether your book will rank well on the front page or not. And if it doesn't rank well on the front page, then you will have a hard time selling your book. Only if you use, of course, AMS or Amazon advertisement to better sell your book. But always try your best to get a good quality virtual assistant for this. So put over here intermediate and put $5 and press next. And basically this is how it is done over here. Just seeing this information because I haven't done this for quite a while. Of course, I'm going to cancel this job later on because I don't need it. And then you just press post job now, and there you go. This is not the whole process, okay? You just don't want to post your job and wait for people to come. No, you actually want to be proactive about this and simply go out there and try to search for virtual assistants and basically ask them to join your job. And the way that you can go about this is, there's an annoying motorcycle out there doing a lot of noise. Anyway, the way that you want to go about this is you want to hire or you want to invite freelancers. So you go over here, and there are three ways that you can, or three different keywords that you can try. One of them is Kindle, see what you get. The other one is Amazon, and the other one is review swapping. I don't think it works. Probably it's just two keywords. Or KDP also is another keyword that you can try and see what you get. So you just try Kindle for starters, and you see what appears. Actually, I think it already, as you can see in Kindle, you can see immediately it filters in immediately a good amount of people that are potential people for your job. Actually, my experience over here when it comes to this, even though I have someone working for me from nowadays from Bangladesh, and he's a very good virtual assistant, one of the best virtual assistants that I have had so far. I must admit that people from Bangladesh, India, most of them have been really bad virtual assistants. They always promise that they will do the best work for you, and then when the time comes, they just don't deliver what they actually said they would do previously. And people have told me that virtual assistants from Philippines actually are good. I'm not certain because I never hired someone from the Philippines, but that is just something, a recommendation that you can try someone from the Philippines and see how it goes. So what you can want to do is, first you filter people based on Kindle, Amazon, or KDP. See what you get over here on the listing. You want to first look at job success, see their percentage. This one is 80%, is not that good. You can see over here 96%, that is pretty good. And then what you want to do is simply click on one of these profiles and see more information. Okay, so you can see over here virtual assistant and Kindle VA. So you can see immediately that this is someone who is inside of this area, probably has some experience. You don't want to, once again, you don't want to contract a noob for this, because someone who doesn't have experience will most definitely ruin the review swapping of your book, which is extremely important. Okay, so you want to read this information to get more details, but the most important thing is you simply want to go below and see if this person has some jobs related to what you want. Okay, for example, you can see by this virtual assistant, actually has a very good job success. 96% is pretty good. You can see that this person already has 42 jobs, and you can see, check his profile, see if he has other contracts completed based on what you want. And you can see that this person definitely has a lot of experience under this. So you can see plenty of jobs related to Kindle publishing over here. Okay, this is what you want to do. You want to see if this person already has experience. And once you check that, you just press invite to job. And you want to do this to a couple of profiles. Of course, you want to do this for 5-7 profiles, invite them to your job. Then you want to talk to them in private messages. In private messages, you want to basically explain what you want them to do. Look, I want you to get 20 reviews for my book when it's in 099, the first phase. Then I want you to get more reviews when it goes on free promotion. And then you want to discuss the pricing for each review. Normally it's about $1.5 for each review. It can be a bit more. Some people already told me that they can get for cheaper. Yeah, I wouldn't go exactly for the cheapest one, because the cheapest person doing reviews might be someone who is a complete piece of crap, and that will ruin your book. I prefer nowadays to pay a bit more to get someone who will do a great job and that will reliably put my book in the front page of results. So I just prefer to pay a bit more than a bit less and get someone who is crap for this. So basically, this is the first strategy in you hiring a virtual assistant for your book, is simply going to Upwork and doing what I mentioned. Now, the second process is basically once you join the course that I mentioned. So for this, you actually need to join the course. But this is probably the best way for you to get a virtual assistant that is really good for your Kindle publishing business. Because over here, I mean, of course, all of the people that you will try to hire, all of them will say that they are really good doing this. But sometimes you get complete scammers, and that already happened quite a few times to me, and they completely ruined my book. So this is something that you kind of need to go hunting to get someone who is good, and sometimes you will get someone who is a complete crap, and you probably will need to go through 2-3 virtual assistants until you find someone who is pretty good. Now, over here, once you join the course that I mentioned, Self-Publishing Blueprint, you will actually get access to the private fan page group. You will get access to this group, and I can't actually go to this group because this is a secret group. But this is one of the most valuable aspects of joining this group, joining this course, is the access to this fan page, because you will get a lot of information because people are constantly asking questions. But not only that, sometimes what happens is when people don't, they kind of ended their job inside of Kindle, they probably don't want to publish more books inside of their Kindle publishing business. Sometimes what they do is they go to these groups and they mention the virtual assistant that was working for them. And this is a great way because basically this publisher already tested this virtual assistant. They already know that this person is good, and they are simply mentioning this virtual assistant to the whole group. And this is a great way for you to immediately find someone who is pretty good for your Kindle publishing business. And basically, this is the way that I do nowadays when it comes to finding my virtual assistant. I simply no longer go to Upwork, and even though nowadays I simply don't need to hire a virtual assistant, but this is how I actually did it. I went to this group, and what I do is you'll find a small search box inside of that group, and what you want to write is something like virtual assistant, so it will immediately filter all of the results. And then you will be able to find people sometimes mentioning the virtual assistants that they use for their books and that they consider good. And then what you do is simply add that person to your Facebook and talk them through messages, and then you just invite that person to your job or to your work, and they start working for you, and they get reviews for you. So this is one of the best ways for you to find immediately a virtual assistant that is good and reliable for your Kindle publishing business. So I explained the two ways that I've used when it comes to finding virtual assistant. By now you have a good understanding about this, and if you still haven't done it, leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also make sure to check out the course called Self-Publishing Blueprint. You have a link right below for this. That is all for this video. Stay there, stay tuned with Jordan Alexo, and bye.